Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Cecil Hannibal. Tonight we begin with a story you will only see right here on KCRA 3 News. As a major winter storm moved through our region, many travelers drove through some harsh conditions as they made their way up in higher elevation. KCRA 3's Denza Cortez joins us in studio now with how a Good Samaritan helped prevent a potentially deadly crash. Denza.
Cecil, as Northern California saw a major storm roll through the region, many travelers braved dangerous driving conditions both on Interstate 80 and Highway 50, where Caltrans reported multiple spinouts. Tonight here on KCRA, we will show you one spinout that could have been life or death, and the Good Samaritan who stepped in to help.
A terrifying moment caught on camera on historic Highway 50.
Oh my goodness.
Family's car losing total control. Their lives literally hanging in the balance. Behind them, a Good Samaritan jumps out with no hesitation.
During that time, I think it's the adrenaline kicking in.
That person, Staff Sergeant Ruben Tala, stationed at Travis Air Force Base.
During the day, we're really excited to go there, we like snow, and then that thing happens.
He and his family heading up the historic Sierra Corridor, but in seconds, faced with a choice.
So you had the car behind you. When you saw that car spin out, what went through your mind?
Well, when I saw the car spin out, like I told you, I thought about my wife and my daughter. What if there's a family on that car? Somebody has to help,
The car teetering hundreds of feet below, dangling by just a tree.
One wrong move, he can be with that car tumbling all the way down to the slope.
I yelled at them, "Hey, do you have any rope? I need some rope." Then one guy ran back to his truck and gave me a rope. Then the other 3 guys, they were holding my hands to try to keep the car not moving.
Highway 50, known for its hazardous driving conditions during the winter, posing trouble for even the most experienced drivers.
So the driver is really thankful. He's really thankful at me, and I think his wife is still in state of shock that time. She was holding her 2 dogs.
A decision that was made in seconds, but an instinct that changed a couple's lifetime.
It's funny too, because one of her dogs' name is Luna, which is my daughter's name. I was like, how was the coincidence, right?
People might see this video and consider you a hero. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm just doing my part to help somebody else, That's how we're trained in Air Force. We help somebody when they need some help.
No matter the situation.
No matter the situation is.
Sergeant Tala said the couple made it out safe with their 2 dogs. Just a scary scenario that could have ended much differently, Cecil.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Denza, obviously, these folks were strangers, but I heard they have some type of connection there.
They
right?
do, yeah. And I found it so interesting that one of the couple's dogs in that spinout was named Luna, and Sergeant Tala has a 22-month-old daughter named Luna, and he said, if I was in that scenario, I'd want someone to help.
Wow. So they didn't know each other now, but they will forever be connected.
Forever be connected. We tried getting in touch with that family, but they are grateful that they're alive and that they were able to continue, especially during this holiday season.
That's why we need good people around.
Exactly, exactly. A great story. I'm glad that everyone made it out safe.
Denza, thank you.